Hey yo, E-Kings fight news. Devin Haney forced to apologize to appease the WBC and other fake media over fake outrage over Devin Haney basically subliminally shooting at Lomachenko saying he ain't never gonna let a white boy beat me. Devin Haney makes one little shot, quote unquote, I don't, you call it racially motivated. Maybe he interjected race into a situation that didn't have to be done. But we're going to act like this shit never happened in boxing? Are we going to act like this shit never happened? Hey, it's E King Fight News. And we got more on this. Alright, so Devin Haney put out this statement 21 hours ago on Twitter. This is what he put out. Over the last couple of days, I had time to reflect on a lot. I sincerely regret using a term that I have now learned to be derogatory to many of my fans, friends, and associates. I have learned a valuable lesson, and I will continue to show the kind of person that I really am. So he's trying to say that he's not the guy that said those words. Alright, so Devin Haney basically going back on what he took a little shot at Lomachenko, subliminal shot Lomachenko, because that's who he's talking about. He's saying, hey, I ain't letting none of these guys beat me. Luke Campbell, Luke Campbell, easy money, and he's been the guy. Give Haney some credit here. A guy like Tank Davis don't have the balls to really make a fight with a guy like Lomachenko. Devin Haney's looking for all the smoke. Devin Haney wants to fight Lomachenko. Just like Teofimo Lopez wants to fight Lomachenko. Just like at some point Shakur Stevenson will be calling out Lomachenko. All these guys are starting to want the smoke. Right? Alright, so if you're Devin Haney, and you say, you know what, I ain't gonna let no white boy beat me. Now, a lot of people, if you're a Devin Haney fan, maybe you agree with him absolutely. You say, man, he can probably beat Lomachenko. He could probably beat your boy. And the Lomachenko fight is a very tough fight. I ain't gonna act like that. That's no easy fight. That's far from an easy fight. That's Devin's like final battle. Like that's the fight that puts him over the top. You don't just go fight Lomachenko and nothing happened after that. If you beat a Lomachenko, remember, most 90% of people, you see, it's the thing about Devin Haney that people really underestimate and don't acknowledge. He not only does he want to be the best, but he wants to put himself at number one pound for pound. You see how that works? That is the kind of fighter I can fuck with all day. Because when it comes to Earl Spence, I'll say it again. When it comes to Earl Spence, he's not willing to go any kind of extra mile to fight Terrence Crawford and become number one pound for pound. He doesn't have it. Crawford wants to fight right now. And Earl Spence is talking about tune-ups. Get this dude the fuck out of here, man. Get him out of here. You mean to tell me Errol Spence ain't chasing Terrence Crawford? Right? He might go and lose to Danny Garcia. He might go and lose to the tune-up he ends up facing. But of course, nah, that shit's just make that all tune-up does for Earl Spence is self-promotion. It ain't even and he can get upset. He can absolutely get upset, but that's literally a 2 or 3% chance, man. Like, whatever. He's going to get built into an easy fight. And Terrence Crawford is going to be fighting Kell Brook. That's what basically the drawing board is on both of those fighters. Errol Spence is stalling, looking to fight Danny Garcia with a tune-up in between. Well, since when you got a tune-up for Danny Garcia, though? Like, for real, did Lucas Matisse have a fucking tune-up for Danny Garcia? Ain't nobody tune up for Danny Garcia. They just fight the fight. Sean Porter have a tune up for Danny Garcia? Tell me. Did Sean Porter have a tune up for Danny Garcia? Y'all gotta let me know. Ain't nobody tune up for Danny Garcia. Get Errol Spence all the way the fuck out of here. I'm telling you, this guy don't want the fight. And I've been telling you guys that for quite some time. So that's what it is. It's King Fight News. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you know what? If I'm Devin Haney, honestly, apologizing was not the right thing to do. You said what you said, and people are going to take it one way or the other. You see, and people will be polarized because of that. So you're already going to create the dynamic. You're going to get some haters and you're going to get some guys to support you. And let's not forget, Bernard Hopkins said this shit already, and ain't nobody forced him to apologize for nothing. And what this is really is, when Bernard Hopkins said it, he said it face to face with Joe Calzaghe. He ran up on him and he said, "Hey, Calzaghe, you know we fighting, right? And you know what? Ain't no white boy gonna beat me." He said, "Ain't no white boy gonna beat me." That's what he said. He's right to his face. And you know what happened? The internet didn't blow up, right? It went viral in boxing, obviously. It didn't blow up on ESPN. It didn't blow up on Fox Sports. Ain't nobody talked about it. It was back in those days. We had the YTBC, and we blew up. And we say, let's make. And even then, I don't even think I was on YouTube back then. I probably wasn't. But you know what? I was like, this fight is gonna be lit. Like that was the shit. Calzaghe versus Bernard Hopkins was the shit back in the day. That was the fight that would legitimize Joe Calzaghe. And he did it. He won the fight. Give him credit. I have no problem saying that. And a lot of people think Bernard won the fight. I had it a draw. I had that shit a draw. You know, I'll keep it 100. I had a draw. But shit, man, that makes me want to rewatch that fight. That's what it does. And that's the problem with boxing right now. I would rather replay Bernard Hopkins, Joe Calzaghe. And now's the time to do it because there ain't no boxing on. But at the same time, ain't nobody trying to make the best fights out here. Devin Haney is. And he took a subliminal shot, Lomachenko. You know the worst part about it is, he doesn't even want to say what it really is. He was taking a subliminal shot, Lomachenko, by saying, "Ain't no white boy gonna beat me. He ain't gonna beat me." And that's how you put it out there. Why not? I bet Floyd Mayweather would have had no problem saying, you know, Oscar De La Hoya, he didn't really make any Mexican jokes, but he called him a pussy right in front of his face. Floyd Mayweather went up to Oscar De La Hoya and say, "You a pussy, you ain't gonna beat me." And the way he put it together was brilliant. And you got to watch that first press conference, man. Floyd goes in on Oscar. He did, but he didn't make it. He didn't even have to make it racial. He just went in on Oscar. He said, "You ain't gonna beat me in a million years." And it was. It is what it is. I don't. Bernard Hopkins said that. You know the worst part about it is. They called it a derogatory term. So wait, was it a derogatory term when Freddie Roach went up to got into a scuffle? I think Robert Garcia's. I don't know if it was at his gym. I think it was. And he got into a scuffle with somebody, and he called one of Brandon Rios' trainers, or one of Robert Garcia's compadres or some shit. He basically called him a Mexican motherfucker. He said Freddie Roach is on tape calling a Mexican dude a Mexican motherfucker. And did they make Freddie Roach apologize for that? Was there media outrage out for that? Bernard Hopkins tells Joe Calzaghe, "You ain't gonna beat me, white boy." No outrage, no real outrage. But Devin Haney has a fake outrage, and he gives into that. Man, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad for real. Y'all know what it is. You Kick Fighting. You smash the like button. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Y'all know, for more boxing, stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Devin Haney. You gotta do something, baby. You got forced to apologize. For what? This dude just should have said, you know what? That was really me shooting at Lomachenko. And if y'all think you're gonna beat me, tell him to stop ducking, homie. That's what you say. But it is what it is, man. Peace out.